Shalom Akin. All praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutation to you, Akin, doing the work in truth and sincerity. This is predictive programming. Predictive programming is a conspiracy. Well, matter of fact, let me first read this. This is the copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for the purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by the copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. So let me read this. And this also is not medical information. Predictive programming is a conspiracy theory suggesting that media used to subtly condition the public to accept planned future events. So you can read the rest if you want to, and you can read any of these paragraphs you want to read. But basically, predictive programming is a theory suggesting that media is used to subtly condition the public to accept future events, planned future events. And what is this future event? Here, the hantavirus. This is the new CV19, or that virus which shall not be mentioned. Again, this is not medical information. And I'm going to play this. I already read the fair use, so you can see this.
Are you familiar with the hantavirus, Agent Mulder? Yeah, it was a deadly virus spread by field mice in the southwestern United States several years ago. According to the newspaper, FEMA was called out to manage an outbreak of the hantavirus. Are you familiar with what the Federal Emergency Management Agency's real power is? FEMA allows the White House to suspend constitutional government upon declaration of a national emergency. Think about that. What is an agency with such broad sweeping power doing managing a small viral outbreak in suburban Texas? You're saying it wasn't such a small outbreak? No. I'm saying it wasn't the hantavirus. What was it?
So that's pretty much enough of that. So, and as we can see on the news, all these hantavirus is now what? 2 hantavirus ship passengers arrive in Atlanta. You know what happened when the CV19, the thing which shall not be named, started spreading, and Jake wasn't getting the vaccines or the Beetlejuice. And what happened? They started saying, hey, we need to help these black people. And anytime they try to help black or put Jake into their shit, they're up to no good. And a lot of Jakes fell for it again, even back then. But this is predictive programming. This is Esau's MO here, predictive programming. Why? Because Esau feels he has to get ahead of the narrative, so he's putting a reason out here now, and this new hantavirus is the reason. Of course, they did this a long time ago. That's why I showed the X-Files video, which was in the 90s, man, a series in the 90s. So they've been planning it for a long ass time. They were just waiting for a certain time to do it. And all of these videos you're seeing on it right now is basically them creating a narrative, them creating a story, a made for TV real life drama. That's basically all this is. You know what else does this type of predictive programming? Movies and video games, and anything basically with a story, where they'll give you the story at the beginning, or give you parts of the story at the beginning, so you already have a reason for the main character to do the things that he's doing. That's all this is. Reality TV. So they putting this out here. Why? Because they're finna do another such and such lockdown. This is Exodus chapter 23, verse 13. And in all things that I have said unto you, be circumspect, and make no mention of the name of other gods, neither let it be heard out of thy mouth. The point is here. Be circumspect, man. Know what the hell is going on around you. And this new virus that's going around, hey, all predictive programming so that people can just let it happen, can feel more secure that it's happening because the story is already there. You know, if it just came out of nowhere, people will resist. But since the narrative is already out there, people expect it now. This is Psalm 64. Bear with me, I'm going to read the whole chapter. This is Psalm 64 and 1, the chief musician, a Psalm of David. Hear my voice, O power, in my prayers. Preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, the secret societies, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they might shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. But the Most High, the power, shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And all men shall fear and shall declare the work of the power, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. The righteous shall be glad in the Most High, and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory. Because all of this is basically in preparation. All of this is in preparation to bring in the MOTB, man. The mark. And guess what? A lot of people are saying, and yes, it's a lot of Edomites, their tongue falling on themselves. A lot of Edomites are saying that Beetlejuice that half the world got had the hantavirus in it. Or that the nanos that was injected into you, they run off a frequency to make this new virus happen. And all these devils got to do is put out the right frequency. And then that Beetlejuice is going to start acting up in you. Again, this is not medical information. So, hey, that's what's happening, man. A lot of you that got that Beetlejuice, guess what? Something's going to happen. And just to go further with the predictive programming, I did pull up this video, which I'm not going to play it, but you see, this is a 1993 episode of The Simpsons, and it already had the scenario of the CV-19, the virus that shall not be named. You know, it already had the scenario for it on that episode. Matter of fact, let me back this up and show it. Let's see, that's that one. This one right here. When you look at it, the very beginning of the video, Osaka, Japan. You know, they say a certain virus came out of somewhere in China. You know, then they play out the scenario, and then the bug gets into everywhere. You know, and that's basically what it predicted. And then, of course, we know about the Simpsons and the Trump thing. This is all predictive programming, man. That's the predictive programming. So you'll be subconsciously, you'll be ready for it. You'll be you won't be surprised when it happens. And that's all this new one is. This new hantavirus. That's all it is, man. So yeah, hey, in all things be circumspect. Let me see where it comes out. The new deadly virus. But yeah, anyway, it really don't matter. But yeah, this is just another video to let y'all know, hey, be circumspect. And we real close to getting out of here. Because that next major thing that's supposed to happen is the MOTP. And if you part of the Lord's chosen, you won't get it. If you're not, you're gonna be destroyed. You're gonna get it, and you're gonna be destroyed. So, with that, I'm gonna say Shalom, all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakadash, double honors to the apostles of the great millstone. Salutation to you, Akim, doing the work of truth, sincerity. Till the next time, Shalom.